And hello to all my friends. I'd like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent. I'm here to do your free psychic tarot reading for October 2021. And before we get started on that, I need to take about 30 seconds to do a quick drawing here for the free readings I'm giving away on Facebook every single month. So make sure you follow that. The link is in the description. So we're giving away 10 free readings here. I'm going to draw some names. This is the You and Me sweepstakes giveaway for October. We have 4 My Month winners and then 1 grand prize winner. So the My Month is a short and sweet little audio personalized file. It's a very popular product of mine. And these people will be winning that. We have Tracy L. and Tammy S. We also have Courtney S. and Ashley G. Laura A. and Monica C. Rhonda B. and Kelsey J. And then the grand prize winner for the 30-minute readings for the You and a Friend will be Esther M. and Mandy V. So congratulations to all 10 winners. You will be receiving those in the month of October. Again, please remember to follow the Facebook page and like the page so that you can be a part of future giveaways. And all these products are available on the website, scottsagent.com. And now back to your October reading. Okay, Sagittarius, let's get to it. They have dialed up a Celtic cross spread for you today. That is a large spread, usually about one topic. It can vary slightly, and it also can go back in the past a little in the future, but it's really good at capturing a lot of information about what's going on right now for October. So it's a good general reading spread. We're going to get right to it, and they've also instructed me to end the reading with a chakra scrub. So that's going to be like a spiritual health checkup. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they have in store there as well. So I'm going to waste no time. I'm going to bring you in so you can watch. Go ahead and hit the like button and build up the energy in here. There we go. So what I'm doing now, I like to do on camera. These are my ritual cuts. Basically cuts the deck into 3 different pieces, puts them back together in a separate order, and then they're ready to run. I like to do that with both decks. It satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. There we go. And we're ready to go. Celtic Cross for Sagittarius for October. This is you and all that you are. This is what crosses you. This is what's behind you. Recent past. This is what's in front of you. Near future. This is what's above you. Something you're aware of. This is what's below you. Something you're not. This is running up the side with 7, 8, 9, and 10. Always the hardest to get in. Let me just show you the cross first, and then we'll switch over to running up the sides. I don't know if it's actually called running up the sides. I just call it that because that's what it does. So there's our main cross, our main group. I think that's all on view from what I can tell. So there's that. And then we have these guys, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to grab a few more cards for clarity. Really, I don't do a whole lot with the Celtic Cross except for majors. I usually leave it pretty much the way it is, with just a couple of the main themes, just for a little extra clarity. A little less important that I show you that, but anyway, if it's still on camera, you can see it. There we go. All right, let's get to it. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. All right. To begin, a lot of you are in a very successful place right now, Sagittarius. You are in a good spot. I don't know if they're just talking about in general or the month of October. Hopefully both. I mean, it's a good way to start out. Now, even though they say you're in a successful place emotionally, a lot of you are kind of have a lot of options going on in regards to It could be different things, but for a lot of you, this is going to be love. A lot of different love options. And whether they mean options by people as options or they mean just a lot of different directions that you can take this. Because even if you're in a relationship, you have love options. Like there's different ways you can take the relationship. So that's what's coming up first. That's the first thing they want to talk about is pretty much emotional health. And I'm not really concerned with it. The only kind of area that's a little bit that I need to at least address and bring up is when we have so many choices. Sometimes we don't choose. So don't get caught up in having too many choices and the choice is just not clear enough and therefore you don't choose. It's very good to make those decisions and act on your free will. So that's the only thing I'm concerned with where we start. Overall, very good stuff. Now, looking at the recent past, a lot of you have been going at it alone. They're going to put this two different ways. You've either been going at it alone recently, or you've been guided in the past, moving up till now. I feel like a lot of you have been alone and are questioning why you've been alone. Maybe you don't like being single, or you wonder why you can't meet anybody good or something like that. These are some of the things that are occurring to me as I'm reading. Now, I guess that is quite the shift, because we go from that to having a lot of options currently. So whether this is guidance or whether this is the act of being alone, the why could even be, why haven't I met anybody like decent? It might not even be about like a lack of people or a lack of choices. This is just kind of going at something alone is what they're talking about. And the context is going to be different for everybody. Of course, there are a lot of Sagittariuses tuning into this. And, this is a general reading. If you're looking for messages that are private and specific only to you, I do offer those on my website, scottsagent.com. Now, your future position. Things that, this is like the near future. This is not like 2022 or anything like that. This is like, maybe November, December at the latest. They're talking about you're going to have a lot of patience. There are going to be things that come up. Either late October, early November, stuff right around there that is going to require you to be quite patient. Now, there is something sweet right behind this. I don't know if that's money. I don't know if it's love or what it is, but you're going to have to go through some stuff to get it. So it's kind of like a reward. You go through it, you exude the patience, the universe tests you, you pass the test, and then you get the reward. In this case, I have the milk and honey card, so it's all things sweet. Very good to see. So just keep in mind as you move forward, not only through your October, because that's the other thing you have to consider. I always think about this. Why are they talking about other months when we're reading for October? There's obviously a relevance to it. And what I always come back to is that this is where this starts. They want me to start talking about it in October so that when November, December comes, you just knock this thing out of the park and you just hit a home run. So anyway, that's what they're bringing up for the near future. The need for patience. A lot of you Sagittarius struggle with that, and you know it. So that's what we're talking about. All right, anyway, on to the upward position. This is something you're aware of. It's also an interesting position because I always think, well, if you're aware of it, why are they telling it to you? And it's usually just kind of validation. It's kind of like validating what you're doing and them kind of either patting you on the back or whatever the message is, or some advice. In this case, they're talking about a money message. So they're acknowledging some kind of a receipt or some kind of something physical in regards to money that you've done lately. Not exactly sure what that is, but I assume it's positive. I don't feel any negative about it. So some kind of money that you've earned, or maybe a side project or side gig, side hustle, something like that you've accrued some extra money for, or money from someplace. I'm not exactly sure. That's what they bring up in something that you're aware of. So I'm not telling you anything new there, more than likely. In the bottom position, now I am telling you something you don't know. This is your bottom position. They're basically saying that to get to a peaceful position, a lot of you have had to go through some war and chaos to get there. So you probably have gone through some hard times that you don't understand the reasoning. And that goes back to the Y card a little bit in the past. And I don't even know how far we're talking about with this. But whatever that you have gone through, that would be described as war and chaos, because that's what the card is. They show that you had to get over that. You had to do that. And you don't realize that. So I'm telling you from them that you had to go through that for X. I don't know what it is for you. Everybody different, But whatever it is, you had to go through that so that you could get to where you are now. So maybe me telling you that, hopefully you'll be able to connect those dots a little bit better. They don't try to confuse us. Sometimes they do a good job of that, but that's only because it's a general reading and we have so much energy going on here. But, they try to just kind of keep it simple enough where, certain things will trigger with you, and you know where to attach it. That's really the key to getting something out of these general readings. As we move into number 7, this is the advice column. They really want you to take more authority over these rewards that life is giving you. Again, they're kind of referring to it as a reward. So I don't know if this is financial. I don't know if this means that you're rich in family or what it is you're rich with. We have Treasure Island coming up here. So it's treasure. They're saying you're rich, and they want you to take more authority over what you're rich at. Even if this is a talent, utilize that talent. Teach other people that talent. Do something more with your rewards, with your treasure. October, good time to do that. That's basically, I guess, what I'm getting at. Next is external influences. This is the area around you, kind of your surroundings and what's going on. We have the Ten of Cups. This should be the second best card in the deck. In this case, in this deck that I'm reading from, that they chose, they're saying that you're just kind of discontent with it. You should be happy here. Emotionally, you should be at a really high place and you're just not feeling it still. Or maybe, you want more than you have or something like that. Or you feel like something's missing. There's just something a little off here. And we're not exactly sure why, but that's what's showing for your influence here is that. And maybe it might not even be you directly. It might be this is how you view your environment, is that you just want a little bit more out of it. Maybe, yeah, it's a good environment, home life or work environment or whatever. Maybe it's good, but maybe you expect more from it. And maybe that's what they're talking about. Next, we have hopes and fears. In this case, they're talking about a blocked new business, enterprise, area of study, or a project. This is... I wouldn't count it as a fear. I guess it would be a hope, but it's coming in blocked, so it's probably not here yet. So this is like some kind of future goal, future plan. It could even be redecorating for some people or working on a project, either together or solo or something like that comes up. I guess that's your hope. You want to do some kind of new endeavor on your own. It's not here yet. So I guess maybe the fear part would be that you never get to launch it or get it off the ground. That's what they bring up for October. So at the same time, October is not the time either. It's coming in blocked for October. We're reading for October. It's not here yet. Keep that in mind. Timing is key. You don't want to launch something when it's not ripe to do so. And then final outcome, we have something that needs to be a little bit purified here. We have some toxicity in some area of your life, or it could even be needing to take better care of other people, because that's what the Hierophant card is. It's taking care of your flock or getting rid of toxicity, taking care of your people. Now we have the Thinker card right next to it, so this is something that I guess you probably aren't aware of either. They want you to start thinking about what this could be. So it might not be clear to you right now. Keep this in mind so later, hopefully something triggers, because we are talking about October. So somewhere through October, might not even be right now. It could be right before November comes. Hopefully something triggers you here where you realize, oh, I really got to get this shored up. And maybe you already know what it is, but I feel like a lot of you are not going to connect this right away. So keep that in mind and come back to it if you want. Anyway, they want you to start thinking about what this could be. They want some level of purification with an area or an aspect of your life. This could be health, but it could be other areas too. And unfortunately, they left it vague for me, so I can't give you more specifics than that. And maybe that's by design. Maybe they want to leave it vague so that, more people will attach to it than, too many specifics, and then people will say, no, it's not for me. So anyway, that is where our Celtic cross is going to conclude there. Now I have to do your chakra scrub. We didn't use that many cards from this deck, so I'm going to continue to run from there. Just make some room for myself. And here we go. Top to bottom. Chakra scrub. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just going to work from the top down. Let's see if I need extra cards. Get a couple. Just 2. I have the to start at the very top. Your crown chakra is kind of not really working right now. It's in this deck. I have the Three of Swords. It basically shows swords kind of impaling it. Not a good look, no matter which way we take it. So a lot of your connection to the lunar is not really kicking. And well, let me just transition. I'm going to take a pause from this. I'm going to talk about the moon cycles because they're telling me lunar connection here. Okay, so here's the thing with the moon cycles. Every month I give you a little forecast of what the moon cycles are doing. It gives you a little heads up on what's going on every single month. Now, October the 6th, we have the new moon. That's the perfect time to manifest something new into your life. Anything you want to bring in, much better placed at the beginning of October. Now, October the 20th, we have the full moon. That's when you want to get anything out of your life. That doesn't work. This is all going to connect. So what I have done is I've put together a moon cycle cheat sheet, and that's absolutely free. You get that by signing up for the newsletter. It's at the very bottom of my website. You just send off your email address and I think your first name. I send you back your moon cycle cheat sheet. And that's just a user guide, a reference tool to navigate the rest of your year. It's not just October, but it's through the end of 2021. So it's just a tool that you can use to better navigate these waters. They wanted me to talk about the moon cycles because, your connection here to them is showing weak. Okay, so the better that you can implement things into your life in accordance with that, things will just flow a lot easier. So that I think is really the main message there. Chakra 2, third eye. Yeah, it's not great, but it's not bad. I don't think I really have a lot to say. We have inaction on 3. So that's your throat. We have a lot of you need to be more vocal, do more vocal things, either speak out to defend yourself or either to, let yourself be heard in the workplace or in your relationship or with the family or whatever it is. Like a lot of you just keep too quiet or keep your thoughts too much to yourself. It's not really a Sagittarius trait either, which is interesting, but that's what's coming up. They're showing that your throat chakra here is, I go top to bottom, so my numbers are a little different, but your throat is basically, it's saying no action right now. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is work. This is, time to defend yourself in the workplace, time to speak up, be heard as you need to be. And of course, not in any cruel kind of way, but just, in a matter-of-fact way. All right, so now when we move down to heart, man, a lot of you are going to be super empathetic in the month of October, just to be warned, especially, females especially, super in tune, super sensitive to these energies. Heart chakra is going to be kicking high, okay? Just warning you. Like, you watch a sad movie, you're going to be bawling your eyes out. That's just the vibe of the month. If you walk into a room of people that are pissed off, you're going to feel pissed off. If you walk into a party that's happy and fun, like you're going to feel that energy. It's just, that's what they're showing. The heart is just super emotionally like on it in October. Just keep that in mind. Not a bad thing, just, is what it is. Root chakra coming in very good. Not much to say there. And also not much to say on the yellow. So on the orange, which is your emotional center, interesting because we just had the heart kicking so good. Here they have that your deeper emotions are going to have some karmic attachments here that are not yours. So you're going to be dealing with things in October that is not of your doing, but it could trigger you emotionally, or it could be just close enough to you that you feel it, since you're feeling that empathy so much. Like, let's say your best friend has something, tragic happen to them, or a family member of theirs. Like, you're going to feel it because they're so close to you. That's what's coming up here. They also have regeneration. So it's like your orange chakra here is going to be going through a birthing phase. It's really kind of like trying to grow out of this sensitivity from the heart, really. So it's all kind of connected in its own way. You can kind of see the web that they're weaving. So very interesting stuff there. That's where we're going to conclude with the chakra scrub and the entire reading. I know that's been a lot, but I want to thank you for joining me. Remember to please like and subscribe so you'll see the future videos, and also tell a friend. And I will see you all in November.